Just wanted to make sure we were recording. Okay, so hello everybody. Hello again. My name is Emma, and welcome to Scrap Night Sunday. Okay, so I just want to show you something that I had recently, discovered. Okay, and I was like, oh my god, I never thought of doing this before, but I thought it was a real cool idea. So I made this, what was it called? A diorama. And it came out really cool. And I'm pretty sure if you've been on my channel, you already know how it looks like. So I am finally done with it. Although I keep thinking of wanting to put more things in there. I just added a backing of the Bride of Frankenstein only because my son ended up ordering an action figure. It's not really an action figure. I mean, it is, but it's more like Dracula, the sea monster, Frankenstein, all like that. And he did get the Bride of Frankenstein. And she was pretty cool and everything, but in the back of the box, there was a picture of her. Because I was about, I'm always looking for little miniatures, because all those little things that he orders, they all come with little miniature, tiny miniature knives or feet or hands. And I was like, oh, make sure you save me them. I can use them. Anything that's a miniature, save it for me. And even stickers too. Sometimes he'll order things for, I don't know, the Xbox or the PlayStation. They come with stickers. I'm like, save me the stickers. Anyway, so I ended up cutting out the back of the cardboard box with her picture on it. And my diorama didn't have nothing on the back. It was just, I didn't paint it, I didn't decorate it, I just left it alone because no one's going to see the back anyway. But when I saw that, I was like, I know where I'm going to put that. So if you catch it tomorrow morning, I'll try to post it tomorrow in the morning. I'll show it and you can see how it looks like, but it came out awesome. I love it. And then I just keep thinking, what else can I add to this thing? So I thought about maybe getting some chains, because for some reason I thought about chains. And I could always get a chain, a necklace, and kind of paint it black because it's already silver, and have it crawling down the stairs, or have a rope and then it hanging from the attic. Oh, that's a good idea. And then I also have these earrings that had handcuffs. And I never really has dice and handcuffs. I'm like, oh my God, I could use the handcuffs and hang them from the attic. I go, no, that might be going a little too far. So I think I liked more the chain. I'll probably do the chain more than anything. But you just want to keep adding stuff. Anyway, I was doing the diorama, and it is a Halloween theme. I have bats on there. I try to make it as spooky as I can, but not that spooky. I was doing die cuts because I put pumpkins on the side. So I had these die cuts. So I ended up getting out my little, what is this little thing? I forgot what it is. I'm pretty sure you recognize it. And I ended up getting my little plates and stuff. So this was one of the die cuts, but it came by itself. Didn't come with with anything. Over here, let me do it here if you can see it. It didn't come with anything. It's just by itself. So this was good. You could just run it, through by itself and you'd be good. But this one came with a lot of pieces. It came with, as you can see, it came with a lot of pieces. And I said, and I was about, you know how you start breaking everything, right? You start breaking everything from the tip. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to put it on the cardstock and run the whole thing. I'm just going to not even take it apart. I'm just going to run the whole thing. So if you have pieces like this, just don't take them apart. I mean, I could understand if they're like big, big pieces, then I understand, I understand that. But if it's a piece like this and it's all together, don't take it apart. And this is what I mean. So basically, you have something that, okay, it's like that, right? Let me go over here. And you're going to do it, you might have to do it twice because, and this is why I say, always keep your scraps. Because I have my little, suitcase down there full of scraps. It looks like this. And I have, it has all the colors like in there, the different colors. And it's blue, green, or it has a lot of colors in here. I would back you up, but the thing is I'm trying to keep you close so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so you're going to do the same. This you might want to keep because this is something you might want to put on a card, okay? Because you want the green and the orange to show. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'll probably end up doing a card or something. I really don't really know what I'm going to do with it yet. But okay, so you got that. You put this on here. Remember, don't break anything apart. Leave it all together. And then what you're gonna do, once you take everything apart, okay, put it in a little plastic little bag. And I'll tell you why in a minute. This doesn't want to go through. I have to really push it in there. Okay. It doesn't sit because it's plastic. If it was a hard table, it would go through. But I have nothing to anchor this. It's not wood. And I heard when you hear that little crackling sound, it's just the, what do you call it, the plastic making that noise. I need to get a craft table. This is like, ugh. Sometimes I get to a certain point. I try to hold it down as much as possible because even if I have it, it might not go all the way through. Even if I do it by my hand, it might not all go through. Okay. So let's get this out. Let's see how good it came out. The pumpkin didn't come out that great the last time, so I'm hoping it'll come out this time. So, okay. So maybe it wasn't supposed to be a die cut. Okay. So it just came out like you could barely see it. It just has like you can't see it with the camera, but it just has the line. It didn't cut it out. So you have this, you have all of these things, okay? And this is really cool too because you could always use this and use it as a template. So don't throw these away. Don't throw these away. You could put it on a different card, maybe a yellow one or green one, and you can like, what do you call it? Use a distress ink pad or something, and you can use it, or however you want it, or use a marker, whatever, to make branches. This is a nice little, now you got yourself a little template with all these little and the leaves and pumpkins and everything on there. So don't throw these away. Okay, so now we have that, and now we have this guy. Let me show you. Let me put it outline here. You have the little flowers. You got that, and put it in here. Oh my God, I had a hard time looking for this thing the other day. I'm like, where is it? I know I have it. And it was full of my, what do you call them, my bone thing for folders. And then these two guys is what I was looking for. And I couldn't find this little pack. And it was in here the whole time. I was like, oh my God. And so I found it. Okay, so let's go this way. So we're going to push out everything that we can. Oh, like I said, you could try not to get that out. Or, because sometimes they're hard to get out. I mean, if it falls apart, it falls apart, and there's nothing you can do. But if you can avoid it, you know, sometimes. Okay. Sometimes they'll fall through, sometimes they won't. Okay. So we have all the two flowers. We got the little pumpkins. Where are you going? Okay. And then we got the little curly guys. Let me see if I can get this one off. Yeah. Okay. So now we have the whole set. Look at that. We have the whole set. Now, again, now if you make a second one of this, that's okay. You can always, you know, for some reason you lose it or whatever. I don't think I'm going to have enough room for this one. So I might have to do it this way. Okay, because I don't think it's going to fit. So we're going to cut it. We're going to cut it on an angle. I don't think it's going to fit. Okay, so we're going to cut it. And try to fit everything in there. Okay. And scraps. Scraps, you never know why you're going to need them. We're going to come back over here again. And we don't need the orange. We already used that. Oh my God. Alright. Yeah, my grandson sat on it and it bent the legs. So I was like, no. And I was like, that's okay. Oh, we'll make it work. Cut this a little bit more. I already don't need this part. So, oops. So just gonna cut that. Cut that. It should all fit. Okay, so we're gonna put it down. Okay. Now we're gonna go same thing. Oopsies. So we want those green leaves. I'm gonna push this in there. Try to get it in there as much as I can. There's no way to anchor this thing. It's the problem. Okay, it's kind of crooked. I don't want to crook it. Okay. Oh, come on. We can do it. Come on. There we go. I don't want it to go crooked. I do want to hear that crackling sound, though. Okay, there it goes. I should have done this on the kitchen table, but I'm always over here. Because it does have that suction cup on the bottom. But it won't catch on this. I mean, you really, really need a sturdy table. Okay. So let's try to finish this out. I mean, the Gemini, I would love to order that one. Wouldn't have to be going through this, but they're pretty expensive. And it's electric, so you just run it right through and it does it by itself. Okay, so let's come over here again. And now we got our pieces again. Okay, and a lot of them came off this time. So now we have a green pumpkin. Now, you might not need the green. Did I drop something? I sure did. You might not need the green pumpkin, but you could always do, if you want, like that, or you know, like that. You could always, you know, double it. You know what I mean? If you don't want to waste it, so you could always do that. Okay, so then we have the little one. Again, if you already have one, you don't need two of them, but because this is already broken, you could just snip that off. And now you have two, just in case you lose one for some reason. One of the flowers came off, and I'm missing a flower. Ah, it's on the floor. Let's see if I can pick it up. Okay. So there's the other flower. Who's texting me now? Oh God. Now hold on. I don't know, maybe it could be my grandson. No, I don't think so. Usually, yeah, have you heard what? I'm sorry guys, I'm just, when it's my daughter, I tend to reply right away. Have you heard of the Tide laundromat? No. I don't know what's going on about a Tide laundromat. Maybe Tide has its own laundromat. I don't know. Okay. Well, angles, right? Angles. Okay, so we're going to put this aside. Put these aside. And again, like I said, if it's this one, you could just do it by yourself to whatever it is that, you want to do. But again, don't separate them, guys. Don't separate them unless you feel like you really have to. But if you don't have to, don't do it. Because then you try to look for all the little pieces, and believe me, it could drive you nutty. Let's see if I can get one of these out. Okay. Come on. I mean, you can do this in all. It went back in. Okay. I mean, you can do these in all different colors if you want. I mean, it's up to you, right? But if you do this, like I think some girl went on a roll. She just made herself busy. She went on her Cricut. And she was like, did multiple things like there was no tomorrow. She just went at it, cutting so many things. And I think she made like a kit, and she like put like a little kit together and sold everything. She just went on a roll, just cutting stuff. I mean, okay, so here you go. See, you have You have the orange and the green. And you just cut it all out at the same time. So do you know how hard it is to find, oh yeah, that little leaf, where is it, you know? But you don't have to separate them. Like I said, if they're big, I understand if they're big or if they're even bigger than this, but when they're like this, guys, just run the whole thing. Run the whole thing. This way you don't have to worry about, oh, I have vines, yeah, where the heck is it? You know, this way it'll never get lost. It will always be attached. So, and I was like, why didn't I think about that before? Because I had, what was it? I think they were like little butterflies, and it was like one butterfly on top of another on top of another. And I took them all apart when I could have just ran them all together, you know? So here we are. See, there you go. And now you have that. Yeah, now you only don't have, you know, orange, but now you have a missing one, right? It's down here. I know I was missing one. Wait a minute, I'm missing one. Oh, can I pick it up? I got it. I knew I was missing one. Especially the little spirals, right? I mean, these can be like really daunting if you lose them, if you want some spirals. But if you cut a whole bunch, or maybe you want a black pumpkin, I don't know. That's up to you. But now you have a lot of stuff you can work with. Like, look at all this that you can work with on a card. So that was awesome. This one was a little bit hard. This one cuts out everything. So you only have, you know, this and that's it. But again, like I said, don't take them apart. Don't do that. if you can, you know. And then when you're done, Jesus, just, you know, how's this thing go? I always have a hard time opening these things. And then when you put it back, right? When you put it back, I'll show you. Ta-da! Everything's back in its place. And you don't have to worry about, oh, where's this piece? Where's that piece? And then you could put like a little folder in it, pumpkins, whatever, or Halloween, Christmas, and everything's together still. Everything's together. Anyway, it's just something that, you know, I thought about when I was doing the thing. And I said, you know what, because I wanted to make the pumpkin. I said, you know, I'm just going to run the whole thing. I'm just going to run the whole thing because I need everything anyway. So it doesn't make any sense for me to cut them all apart. So that didn't make any sense to me. So I just ran the whole thing, and look at all the little pieces I got. Awesome. And you could put this, like I said, in a little baggie, save it for later, you know, when you're ready to work with it. And you'll probably end up having a lot of baggies, that's for sure. But at least you'll have a lot of all this Halloween stuff or a lot of Christmas stuff and a lot of whatever thing you're working with. Okay, guys, so like a fish in a sea, so glad you caught me. And let me, hold on. I am like so close to you guys. Okay, guys, so we will see you next week on Scrap Night Sunday. I'm trying to get used to that one because I usually never say that one. So, okay, guys, you have a nice week, guys, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.